Okay, everyone, this is Kuros Kai, and this is episode 2 of Fallout 4 Settlement Building. This is the second episode involving my Sanctuary settlement. In fact, it's another update and still not quite done yet, but I have gotten a lot done in the past week. Some of the things that you'll notice in the background are that I do have my weapon platforms. I have a couple of them. Those are two with all the nice little red glowing turrets. I have a special ability to see potential targets going on right now, and it allows me to have a little bit of fun. And other things to keep in mind, once again, this is the PC version of the game, and this is also very modded. So there are, once again, about 130 mods running on my game right now. Surprisingly, no conflicts. I might have a couple crashes here and there, but no big deal. As you also can see, I do have my water plant, which we'll be taking a look at, and you can also notice a fence going around. It's part of the other things on there. Also, you'll notice that I have finished up the buildings, although I have not decorated all of them. That's a time-consuming process, but we'll go through and take a look at what I've added, and we'll go around. So, coming up, we do have some settlers now. Preston and his group have finally showed up, and it's actually pretty cool that they're there. My weapon turrets are all self-powered, so even if you were to cut power off from the main power generator, which as you can see I have wires running everywhere, up high again, will not stop the turrets from being able to fire. You have to actually destroy them. My greenhouse is still doing what it's doing there, but I did create a little area for any of the livestock that might come into the area, but we're not too worried about that. It's just a little storage area. They don't mind being outside and all. I do have my water purification plant, and as you can also see, I do have it powered up. Figured I'd give it some bunker doors, and I just built it around. Once again, I do have a mod in here that allows me to kind of overlap things. It's called Simple Intersection, which is actually pretty cool, and I did put some metal grates down so that you cannot get up through the bottom there. So this is pretty well defended even if you can't get underneath, and even if you were to go in there and try to do something. Let me close the door. Poor Curie. I still have the wall built up around here so that you are not actually getting into the place. So that's the water purification plant, which is fun. As you can see, the wall goes up this way as well. Goes up to the bushes here. I did try to use various houses in order to get the wall there. There's my third weapon platform, and I have a mod on here. It's actually not really, but it's a set of keybinds that allows me to spawn raids whenever I want. So I have tested this, and even though it's walled in 100% of the way, every once in a while something will get in, which is why on the walkway, as I mentioned, I did put turrets there, as well as turrets on all of the main intersections. Now I've also added turrets, although you can't probably see them from here, but let's see if we can't look up top here. As you can see, I have added turrets there and on the roofs of all the buildings here in case something wants to come around through the outside edge. You will notice frame rate has begun to drop in various areas. In fact, if I go free cam on this, it's easier to leave the settlement than it is to come back into it in terms of speed. Have not finished up here, but I did wall in around the wall buildings here. Anyone that has an outside facing wall, there's Cogsworth, and leave him alone. Apparently he's all jealous that I have another robot following around with Curie. I did do a little bit of exploring. Well, I have dog meat there with his little bowl, and have not done very much with the decorating on what supposedly my house is going to be. I did put a bed in there, and I did kind of make a bedroom. That's about the extent of it. Some photos, paintings, and whatnot. I'm not done with it, but I figured America, yes, we'll leave that there. We'll try not to have too much there. I did add a couple of doors, nothing fancy, as I said. Have not done anything in the balcony. You can see more turrets on that. There are various different types. Once again, they are powered, and they do have a little bit of fun. I also tried to put a spotlight on the top as well so that it can scan down and find things that are going on. In terms of other things that I have built since then, as I mentioned, I was still not quite done with all of the buildings yet. One of them is the hotel and bar area, and I have put that there. So we'll take a look at that. I will have to go around. What the heck, I'll just jump across. So this is my bar area right now. I have not finished it. Do have a jukebox, have it off because of copy protected. Threw a couple of bottles up on the top there. I was going to put some more bottles there, but figured for a little bit of just aesthetics on that. Also the pool table, Minuteman recruitment poster, because this is going to be a capital area before castle, and made a little kitchen area. And what I've also done is I've put down various mats so that I can station someone here. So this one's going to be a restaurant person. At the bar, I do also have a bartender there specifically, so it does actually tie together. Made a little outdoor dining area. As you can see, I have made this attached to the deck so that it's easy to get across. And a lot of this is mod based, so no worries there. Figured I'd have a little bit of a lobby. And that trash can always seems to fall over, but I do have a computer, and it is powered, even though it doesn't look like it. I basically put a quick little power source in there and moved it into the desk using hotkeys to make that happen. And this is the hotel area. Figured they deserve a fire pit along with fans, so it's somewhat warm. This is actually supposed to be a light source, but it's a fire pit, so I'm going to keep that there. I have made a bathroom, not enough towels yet, but at least it's something for the traveler. Put a mirror there so that you can have it, and of course toilet paper as well as a toilet, because you can't have a bathroom without that. So that is my bar and hotel for the moment. You'll also notice I've put some various signs on various buildings in order to kind of show what they are going to be. As I mentioned, this is going to be my medical area, so pharmacy, chems, all that type of stuff. I figured I'd put up some signs there. That one is going to be my clothes and armor, so armor opening, Common Valley outlet, which is a nice little banner. But this is going to be where all the clothes and stuff like that are going to be. Once again, this is my weapon shop. I just like these signs, obviously modded in order to do it. Still haven't done too much there. A couple of the buildings that I've added, those are still apartments here. But this building is going to be special. And it's not an apartment building here. The first part of this building is a church. Figured I'd give one. As you said, you need to have it. So have a little lectern here so that you can actually talk to people. Have all the seats and everything like that. And just because I find it amusing, the building above it, which we are going to, and you do have to go the long way, I'm going to make this kind of like a town hall. So government and God all in one building. It's going to be great. And this will be kind of like the quote-unquote mayor's office, or I guess that would be my office. And then have various other offices here. This is going to be the waiting area. I'm going to have like a check-in area, a little lounge where people can sit. And so that is going to be the town hall. As I said before, the other one is actually just a house, but I can show that one off a little bit as well if you want. Not connected, so you do have to go down to get to it. I don't feel like jumping all that much. And so once again, not very fleshed out in terms of everything, but it does have the basic necessities. So you have your bathroom. This is going to be the kitchen living room area. As you notice, once again, I'm kind of following the same pattern in terms of how I'm going to decorate. This is going to be a bedroom. I might make that into a little fireplace there just to kind of cover that up a little bit, which would make some sense. And the next house, my frame rate's doing this now. I wonder what it's going to be like when it's all said and done. Changed it up a little bit and mixed up the styles, so same sort of thing here. Bathroom, little hallway, bedroom, and since there's no chimney in the way, that should keep me from having any problems. The last building that I actually built, and it's above the what's going to be the police station, so naturally that should be my barracks. And kind of made an interesting little walkway to get up to this one. This is going to be just the first floor, nothing too fancy. You can see all my turrets are there. Lots and lots and lots of turrets. It's amazing. And this is going to be another barrack area, and then this is going to be like a parade area for calisthenics or something to that effect. But you can at least look out, and also it gives you some points to be able to shoot at if necessary. You can also see all of my wonderful turrets on those various buildings. I did run power, as I mentioned earlier, so I do have multiple power supplies going to various things in order to give me the distance that I need. And maybe in another video, once I'm a little bit further along on decorating, I will actually put in the codes to start a raid so you can see how well the settlement handles it. At the moment, I only have about 6 settlers. I do have the recruitment beacon on over there, so we're good on that front, and at that point, that is where I'm at with my sanctuary settlement. Once I'm finished with this one, I will take suggestions on where I should build next and see what I can come up with it. I figure that would be an interesting series. It's not really about gameplay, it's more about building, but we will see. So this is Kuros Kai, and I will talk to you next week.